नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल। वेलकम टू अ वेरी स्पेशल एपिसोड ऑफ टुडे। हम लोग आज तक आपसे एक कस्टमर के पर्सपेक्टिव से करते आ रहे हैं, एक होम बायर के पर्सपेक्टिव से बात करते आ रहे हैं, जहां हम आपको बताते हैं कि अच्छे प्रॉस्पेक्ट्स कहाँ हैं, कहाँ अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं ट्राई सिटी में। बट आज हम उससे थोड़ा सा हट के पर्दे के पीछे की गेम समझना चाहेंगे कि उसके पीछे जो मार्केटिंग और सेल्स रहती है पूरा रियल एस्टेट में, वो इंडस्ट्री कैसे काम करती है, क्या सोच रहती है उसमें। जब किसी नए प्रोडक्ट में, नए बिल्डर के लिए कुछ प्रोडक्ट जब लॉन्च होता है, तो उसमें मार्केटिंग और ब्रांडिंग कैसे करते हैं और क्या सोच रहती है बिल्डर्स की। तो इसको डिस्कस करने के लिए आज हमारे साथ हैं मिस्टर सनातन सर। वेलकम टू आवर पॉडकास्ट टुडे। नमस्कार।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
सनातन जी, शुरुआत करते हैं। आपने काफ़ी साल हो गए आपको पर्दे के पीछे काम करते हुए, तो आज बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका पर्दे के सामने।
थैंक यू सो मच।
तो ये मार्केटिंग और ब्रांडिंग की अगर बात करें, तो उससे पहले, ये बात करने से पहले मैं जानना चाहूँगा आपके बारे में कुछ, कि आपने ये अपना सफ़र कैसे चालू किया। हाउ डिड यू गेट इनटू मार्केटिंग एंड ब्रांडिंग, कहाँ से जर्नी चालू हुई आपकी।
I guess when I think of my journey retrospectively, I guess I was destined to be here, and there were couple of incidences which I guess which just drove me towards this field. I started my career with Indian Express, wherein I was I guess my boss, Mr. Kathuria, at that point in time, he really forced me to not really sell the space in a very, very conventional way. So he always prompted me that, okay, what else you can do, what else you can do. I guess that really sowed the seeds of that marketing or thinking the same, or rather seeing the same things in a different perspective. Then I went on to insurance, spent
Okay.
about two years in insurance, and I guess in the first 4 months, I guess I was very clear I'm not in the right industry. And you'll not believe it, the first thing which I did in my first insurance company was I designed their newsletter.
Oh.
So then I came back to an advertising agency. I worked there for about 2 years, and that's where the magic actually happened. So you'll not believe it, मैंने अपना पहला डिज़ाइन अपनी नौकरी बचाने के लिए बनाया था.
Oh, that is interesting. That's really interesting.
So there were two clients which are handed over to me from my past colleague, Tata Motors, and Garewal Eye Institute.
अच्छा.
So I met Dr. Grewal outside his house, and he gave me a brief to design a Tribune ka front page ad.
अच्छा.
So this was supposed to be a laser ad, and he just told me three things. A, I don't want tuta chashma. I don't want rays passing through the eyes, and I want you to focus on what happens after LASIK. What are the changes which happens in your life?
Correct.
Like you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night looking for your specs
glasses.
for looking at the time. You can drive comfortably, you can swim, etc., etc. So I was told that Delhi is my powerhouse of designing, and all I have to do is to pass on the brief to them.
Okay.
So I passed the brief to them, and I waited for 3 days. And on the fourth day, I received 3-4 creatives.
Right.
And it was same tuta hua chashma, rays passing through the eyes, and nothing. And I was like, boss, Dr. Grewal, jo डांटेंगे वो तो अलग बात है, because he was such a senior doctor at that point in time also. मैं कहा बस, but I guess I'll lose my job here. And then I sat with my designer and I created my first campaign.
Go. And that's an inspiring story.
So that's where I guess the journey actually started. And then I went on to work for radio for a couple of years before starting And then by that time, I guess I had realized working, or rather mapping the media market of Chandigarh, I realized one thing, that advertising and branding and marketing, they are just mere words which are being used by all these so-called advertising agencies. You'll not believe it, आज से 25 साल पहले मैंने अपने बॉस को कहा था इन माय फर्स्ट जॉब के ये जितनी 100-150 एजेंसीज़ हैं इस शहर की, इनको अगर एक छत के नीचे खड़ा किया जाए और उनको बोला जाए कि आप प्लीज़ अपने कोर बिजनेस एडवर्टाइजिंग के बारे में 5 मिनट बोलें, 95% तब नहीं बोल पाते. एंड द आयरनी इज दैट टुडे द फिगर इज ऑलमोस्ट द सेम. सो when I started realizing this, and then probably one fine day I decided that okay, let me just see if we can fit in, if we can make a difference in the field of designing and marketing and everything, going beyond discounts. So now it's been 15-16 years, so I guess, and the journey continues.
Excellent. So taking a clue from what you just said, I think there's a lot of confusion in the minds of people when it comes to marketing and branding.
Yeah.
So I do understand that these are two different things. So how would you like to elaborate? What is the key difference between marketing and branding?
You do one thing. You think of Tata as an organization.
Right.
And you think of Tata Safari, Tata Harrier, Tata electronic cars. So what are the kind of pictures which comes to your mind when I say think about Tata as an organization?
Right.
That's branding.
That's branding. Okay.
And when you think of any of their cars, what comes to your mind is marketing.
Okay. So you can say, if I must sum it up, so the overall brand philosophy of how a brand wants to project itself is basically, you can say, branding. What is the soul of a brand, I would say? How is it that the brand needs to get associated with the common masses?
Yes, or rather, not masses, but with everybody.
With everybody, yes.
Right? Now, the challenge with our industry is that it is, the branding is often confused with marketing, and marketing is often confused with branding.
Okay.
Right? Now, to understand branding, I guess we should understand what branding is not. Now, we start with, for any real estate project, we start with designing their logo.
Right.
Now, for month, 2 months, till the time that logo is finalized, everybody believes that a brand is a logo.
Okay.
Wherein the truth is that a brand is the symbol of your logo. Right?
Right.
It's a symbol. Right? And then we start focusing on product a lot. No, brand is not a product.
Correct.
Tata is the brand. Tata Sierra, Tata Harrier, XYZ, Tata Salt, Tata Tea, Tata FMG. Those are the products.
So the prefix is the.
So when we talk of that, I want to buy a Tata Harrier. So am I saying that I want to buy Tata? I want to buy the trust of Tata, and I want to buy the product called Harrier or Nexon or whatever.
Right.
Right? So first of all, we need to really understand that your brand is not your logo. Your logo is just a symbol which represents how people look at your, how do you look at the market?
How do you look at the market?
Right? Then there was a theory which went on for a lot of years that a brand is a promise.
Yes.
Right?
That was.
Now, a lot of advertising people, I have believed this for a long time, that a brand is sum of all impressions which a company makes on the consumer. It's not.
Okay. Even I was of the opinion.
Right? It is actually not. It is not a impression also. So what is a brand? It's the perception which people carry about your name.
Okay. Very true.
Right? It's their point of view which, when we have been talking about Tata a lot. Now, when we talk of Tata, now there is something, some trust factor automatically comes into our mind. So Now that is the result. That is the gut feel of what we feel that Tata products, any Tata products, if even if it's FMCG or commercial vehicle or passenger vehicles or whatever. So when it's Tata, so there is a certain amount of trust we carry around that name.
Correct.
And that's how this whole works. So it is not a symbol, it's not a logo, it's not an impression. It's all about your gut feel that how overall when we think of Taj or any five-star hotel property for that matter.
Correct.
So there is certain preconceived pictures which comes to our mind that the moment I'll park my car there, there'll be valet parking which will welcome me and take my car, and the moment I enter my lobby there is a certain ambience which I'll expect, right? So again, this is mix of brand and product.
Correct.
So
Very nicely put.
so the moment, I guess the first thing which everybody needs to understand that marketing is awareness. Marketing is product marketing.
Product marketing. Okay. And brand is.
So brand is that gut feel which subconsciously you make me have that feeling, invoke that feeling in me, and sustain that feeling in me. So that's how I put it. That this is how brand and marketing is absolutely different.
Okay, we now come down to the next obvious question. So, what is your take on the marketing and branding in the Tri-City?
I guess that the answer lies in the first question. The moment we understand the difference between branding and marketing, I guess this landscape changes in a very, very different way, or rather positive way. It's an interesting market, or rather any market is a very, very interesting market. But I have always believed that we live in primitive era in terms of understanding of branding, in understanding of brand, in terms of understanding marketing as a holistic exercise. The irony with this market is that the focus on sales is so much that brand always takes a backseat.
Backseat.
Now, spending on brand is taken as an expense, and expenses on the marketing or on the sales efforts is always thought as an investment. And most of the builders are happy. They are amazingly happy if you go to them and tell them that okay, this is the kind of sales campaign which we can do. They'll be more than willing to park their monies in that. And the moment, for example, if you are a new builder in the town, right? This happened with me with a new builder who has just come up in the city. So I told them that, can you suggest me a couple of reasons that why I should trust you as a buyer?
Correct.
Have you told me your background? You tell me that you have a very, very amazing background. You have been associated with the construction industry for a long, long time. And now you are taking a giant leap from a town based out of Punjab, and you are you are parking yourself in Chandigarh and trying to gift something which is again luxury. So, but as a buyer, you haven't been here, I haven't heard your name, you haven't delivered anything. So, why do you expect the consumer to trust you? There are 100 odd other brands, I guess, which I have seen around me from last couple of years or other decades. So, I should trust them or I should trust you. So, I guess you give me the reasons.
Right. Very true.
Threadbare the soul of your brand.
Correct.
And then tell me, who are you? Why are you here? And answer all those questions which as a consumer would come to your mind before investing your hard-earned money with any project.
Right.
So I always told that be a brand you would love to hang out with, or be a brand you would love to invest in. Now, if you are driving a luxury car, maybe a Mercedes or a Range Rover or something, right? So they must have created some kind of impression on your mind. So same is the story that you need to create those set of impressions on your consumers' mind.
Correct.
Otherwise, the choices are plethora now. And trust is the major issue.
Very true.
Why I should trust you? Spend on branding, and the marketing spend will automatically be less.
So can we sum it up like that? The focus currently is more on the output rather than giving that input, wherein the customer, you build a trust with the customer. First, regarding your vision, regarding the philosophy and everything, rather than focusing on that, people are currently focusing merely on the output. That is the sales numbers.
Absolutely on the output, sir. On the output, and how do we sell?
How do we say?
What is the experience which anybody gets in the moment he steps into my sales office or my sample flat? So, what is that kind of experience? I guess our effort should be more in defining those experiences rather than talking of those experiences. That okay, you'll lead a luxurious life. Okay, thank you. I can lead a luxurious life anywhere. I can live it in Marbella, I can live it in GB, I can live it in XYZ, ABC, matlab anywhere. Why you?
Why me?
And then I guess बहुत साल पहले I was working with Kotak Mahindra Life Insurance, तो उनका एक बहुत bottom line था that any product which they wanted to introduce in the market, insurance product, they first used to sell it to Mr. Uday Kotak.
Okay.
Now, if he buys that product, that product was thought worthy of launch in the market.
Correct.
So, if you are launching a product which involves somebody's dreams, somebody's hard-earned money, I guess you should be your first customer.
Correct.
Right? If I am not gonna stay there, maybe in a penthouse.
True.
Right? But if I am not gonna stay there, so how do I expect people to believe me that okay, you come here and stay here?
Right. Now, talking of real estate, I think that is the single biggest expense a person makes during his lifetime.
Absolutely.
So he needs to be assured of the brand to which he is walking into.
Absolutely,
and,
sir.
Why the reasons need to be answered, and he needs to be there has to be a sense of pride to be associated to a brand, like people do when they buy a Mercedes or they buy a Range Rover, as you said. So there has to be a feeling of pride that you own a place in a brand. That is more important than having a very luxurious home at a place which is not known of or not talked about much by the people. Yes, very true.
Absolutely.
Very true.
You'll not believe it. I have met a couple of builders when asked that what is our vision. So the answer was we would love to become Lodha and or a Shobha.
Okay.
Now they have traveled a journey. They have literally reimagined luxury. Yes. Now one of my favorite things about Lodha is that when you buy a Lodha home, Lodha or Shobha home, they give you a booklet this thick, which is all about how to take care of your Lodha home. Correct. So wherein each and every surface is mentioned that this is this wood, this is that marble, this is the POP, this is this glass, and these are the materials which are suggested to take care of it.
Correct.
So that's a complete manual which you get that how to take care of your Shobha home.
Okay. Great.
So now that's luxury.
That's luxury.
Now that's what makes you have some kind of an amazing trust in that builder that otherwise as a builder, how do it matter to me? How do you take care of your home?
Absolutely right.
So you take care of it, you don't take care of it. So it doesn't take care of, I have sold it to you, this is now your property.
Correct.
But then they have made it a point to give you a manual with complete instructions, set of suggested brands.
Brands, yes.
So that is what makes you a brand.
Correct.
Now, they say the fine art of detailing. They live up to it.
Deliver.
Now we have, I guess we put in marathon efforts to design a tagline.
Correct.
Okay. tagline is done, it is looking good beneath the logo, and that's about it.
That's true.
So now that tagline is for some reason. That is actually the words given to the essence of your brand.
Correct.
You have to live up to it. You have to do a lot of branding efforts, branding activities to ensure that those gets engraved on my mind.
Correct.
And I truly start believing that this builder, this developer actually lives for it, and this is what this brand stands for.
Right. So I like to quote an analogy which is, I don't know whether it will be in context or not. Now today everybody is talking of Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
Yes.
Fine. Now the thing is, Vaibhav Suryavanshi is Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Now he would not like to live under the shadow of Tendulkar or Dhoni or Kohli. Fine. So you've got to build your own identity.
Absolutely.
So Vaibhav has his own identity today.
Absolutely.
It is not that he is copying or he is in the shadow of Tendulkar, the likes of Tendulkar or Kohli. He would like to be known as Vaibhav.
Yes.
And not as the like of Tendulkar or something. And even Tendulkar at time has said that people had been comparing him to Sir Donald Bradman, but he said, I am Tendulkar.
Absolutely.
Fine. So that's what a brand should do, that they should create their own identity rather than living in the shadow of someone else. Create your own identity, create your own vision, have your own vision and have your own values and deliver as per whatever you stated.
Absolutely. I guess it becomes imperative for a brand to truly understand the essence of its own brand.
Correct.
Right, we can get inspired from Lodha, we can get inspired from Shobha, Lodhas and Shobhas of the world, but then ultimately taking inspiration from them.
Correct.
It's very important to carve our own identity.
Very true. Very nicely put up, sir. Now, sir, coming down to the next question of ours, we've seen a lot of projects being launched in Tri-City now. Now, how is it that, what is your take on कि जब एक बार एक आर्किटेक्ट अपना पावरस अपना कॉम्पिटेंस दिखा के एक डिज़ाइन बनाता है और एक बिल्डर का एक डिज़ाइन फिलॉसफी और एक विजन रहता है कि मैं क्या डिलीवर करना चाहता हूँ, हाउ डू यू मैरी बोथ ऑफ दीज एंड हाउ वुड यू से कि what is the right path of doing marketing and branding before the launch of a project? What is your take on that?
Vivek, a couple of years back, we used to launch a project in about 4 to 6 months. Right. When it used to get extended beyond 4 months, then even the builder and us as the marketing team, we used to believe that it's too much of a time for the launch.
Right.
Now that time has gone spirally high.
Is that so?
So there are projects which has not seen the light of the day even after 2.5 years. Now for those 2.5 years, now what happens is bizarre.
Okay.
Now when an architect designs it, so he needs to craft a few USPs. Right. Which nobody else is offering. Right? Now, if we launch those particular USPs in the pre-launch phase, we lose all the advantage in the launch phase. So, how do we take care of it? So, this market has... I told you a couple of days back also that it's a Control-C, Control-V market. Control-C, right? So, if you are doing something, and if he is doing something, so then there are 10 other people who are ready to do similar things. Now you just think of this as a consumer. 2 or 3 projects on any particular road, or for example, let's take Airport Road.
Correct.
Right. Now locations, Airport Road, right. कुछ एयरपोर्ट रोड चौंक के पास होंगी, कुछ थोड़े से डिस्टेंस पे होंगी, कुछ आधा किलोमीटर अंदर होंगी. All of those projects will have clubhouse. Mm-hmm. All of them will have a swimming pool. All of them will be 2,500 to 3,000 square feet residences. They'll have electricity backup, all those facilities, all those amenities. So what is it that makes a project different?
Right.
So either it will be an architecture, which there is not much of a scope. Because of the kind of rates which this market is operating currently. We're not Gurgaon, wherein we are selling it at 14,000, 15,000 rupees per square feet, because acceptability is not there. So what will make your brand different? Only your approach. The only panache which this market has believed that they have got is EDMs, and EDMs. Now you will not believe it. There must be close to about 500 EDMs, or rather more than that, being circulated in one day. Again, telling we have a swimming pool, we have a clubhouse, you have a 1,000 square feet clubhouse, I have a 1,200 square feet clubhouse, and then there'll be some developer behind us will say I have a 20,000 square feet, the biggest clubhouse, etc., etc., etc. So EDMs is a tool of information to spread fast if there is something which is tactical.
Right.
My rates are being revised. I have launched a new payment plan. I have launched a new facility or an amenity which is actually a very, very different one. Now, a card room and a billiards room and a lobby, these are quintessential things. When you say that you are selling luxury, so these comes as, now I don't ask Mercedes and okay, tell me what are the accessories which you are going to give me. So I'll always believe that if I am buying a Range Rover or a Porsche, it will come fully loaded.
Correct.
Because I am buying a luxury car. So if I am buying a luxury home, so these are accessories which I believe they are there in the package. So a fully loaded home. Yes, now there is a project in Zirakpur which says that they have a VRV air conditioning. Well, this is different.
Yeah. Right.
Right. They don't have balconies, they have sun decks.
Correct.
Right. So these are the amenities, facilities which are worth promoting for a couple of months, unless or until people truly start understanding and relating the particular facility or an amenity to a particular project.
Right.
Otherwise, everything is same. You might have a 8 feet balcony, I might have a 10 feet balcony.
Correct.
So when it comes to the perspective of branding and marketing, I guess this market really needs to do a lot of catharsis. Stop scrolling Instagram accounts of other developers.
Right.
And start doing something on their own. Start understanding their own brand from their point of view and from their stakeholders' point of view.
Correct.
So that is what is not happening, especially with the younger generation coming in. They are so in love with AI, and they believe that AI can really help them. AI can create the logo. AI can create 3D renders also. AI can do create a campaign also.
Correct.
AI cannot do it. You need to give right kind of prompts to AI.
True. Very true.
So AI can create the body that they cannot infuse the soul in your brand.
Correct.
That soul has to be incarnated by you. That is your brand. What do you want to stand for? What do you want you to remember for?
Correct.
Right. Now, coming back to the question number one. Now, a brand is the perception, and a product is what you make.
Correct.
So product everybody is making. It's all about that brand.
So I'm reminded of a very unique marketing campaign. You would remember that probably of our age. We're talking of something which came up in our age when Maggie launched hot and sweet sauce. Fine. So the campaign said it's different.
It's different.
But then it had to taste different.
Yes.
It had to taste different. You can't say. Now, today I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, yes, it's different. How is it different? You need to explain. You need to convey it to the customers. And I would say that sales is, or even building a brand image is like capturing the undisclosed, latent needs or desires of the customers. It's more towards I would say answering to the or catering to the wants of the customers rather than the needs of the customer. Whatever is needed, we know that somebody needs a house, a छत चाहिए, रोटी कपड़ा मकान, ये 3 बेसिक ज़रूरतें हैं, सबको पता है. लेकिन उस मकान में आप मकान को घर कैसे बना रहे, दैट इज़ द ओनली थिंग विच मैटर्स.
Absolutely.
राइट. तो मेरे को इसमें एक और उदाहरण आ रहा है. आई डोंट नो वेदर विल कीप इट और नॉट. तो इसमें मेरे को एक और उदाहरण मेरे को आ रहा है कि अ फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन ही बॉट अ मर्सिडीज एस क्लास. नाउ ही सेड एवरीबॉडी नोज दैट there'll be a spare tire, there'll be everything, there'll be a jack, there'll be a spare tire. But then when I actually had a flat tire one day, I opened the boot for the first time, and when I was to take out the spare tire, I saw there were a pair of gloves.
So that you're...
Yeah, so that you don't dirty your hands. He said, I love them for this. And they don't even tell them that was an aspirational thing.
Oh yes.
That I wish that I had pair of gloves to move out the spare tire.
Oh yes. ये बारीकियाँ हैं सर एक्सपीरियंशियल ब्रांडिंग की कि the moment anybody enters your show flat or your sales office, so right from how your receptionist is treating him or her, if it's a family then it's a different thing. We can now when a family goes there for a visit, so if they are serious buyers they'll spend at least a couple of hours, and if they have young kids it's a pain to take care of them. So if your space, whenever you are planning your office and a sample flat, have a kids zone so that they can be taken care of.
Right.
Have tie up with McDonald's or some Yo China so that you can keep on feeding them something or the other. So that parents can actually spend a good amount of time in understanding the project and looking at the sample flat in a more detailed way.
True. Well, let me ask you one more thing. That something is totally non-existent, like a pre-launch product that you were talking of. Now, how do you build a buyer persona? In terms of how do you sort of come out to the expectations of the buyers, and how do you convey to them that this is what we are coming up with? How do you manage that?
See, it's all about painting your dream world in front of your eyes in various medias. Keep on bombarding you with same kind of visuals. Otherwise, fundamentally, it happens that the whole process starts with, I guess, the basic foundation of any creative process starts by understanding the product. What is your product? Is it a budget housing, or it's a plotting, or it's a luxury housing, luxury apartment? It's a dual core apartment. What's the location? What are we building? Whom we are selling? Etc. etc. And then I guess once we are clear of what is our product, then comes the most important step of defining our audience.
Okay.
Who is our audience? Now here is where we falter the most, that we believe that anybody and everybody is our audience. So for a budget housing, the whole set of sensibilities of that customer would be entirely different.
Correct.
If I am making a actual luxury kind of product, it will be a very, very different take of marketing which you need to have. For example, if I am building ultra luxury residences and advertising in vernacular newspaper.
Correct.
Right. So for me, luxury needs to, I need to understand where my prospective customer is going, what he is doing, what are his hobbies. For example, I'll go to golf club.
Right.
Sure. I'll plan cross promotions with BMWs or Mercs of the world. Right, because that's where my core audience is. If I am able to strike that balance, otherwise I'll keep on doing anything. See, a Range Rover buyer or a Porsche buyer doesn't spend much of his time on Instagram. We need to be very, very clear on that.
Very true.
You create best of the creatives, best of the ads in the world, but that's not gonna seen by my defined audience. Wherein if I am selling a budget housing, no, budget housing, in the most likelihood is that's gonna be my first home,
Correct.
which is all built around emotions. मेरा पहला घर.
पहला घर.
और अगर मैं if I can create a campaign which is visually so empowering and touching, which touches those emotions of yours that okay ये मेरा घर है,
Sure.
मेरा घर है, right? And in case I'll say that आपकी जो बच्ची है उसका पहला कदम वहाँ पे होगा और आपके पेरेंट्स कितने खुश रहेंगे वहाँ पे, so it's all, it has to be built around emotions. Then I'll use mass media because anybody and everybody is my. Then I guess I'll after this, once I have defined my audience, I'll identify my USPs. What's my core thing?
Cool.
And then according to that, I'll come out with a big idea which needs to be translated in a visual and other communication material. And that's how then it comes the media planning. Then how do you take it 360 degree? How do you touch base with those audience? What are various avenues where I can go and I can convey my messages? So that's how this whole process works.
So, sir, another question which comes to my mind is that, like today, we are seeing due to certain geopolitical conditions and all, the market is either plateaued or in some of the markets there's a downturn or there's a sudden, you can say, interest rate hike in the system. So, how do we position? How do you think we should position our marketing in that scenario so as to still keep on getting the customers?
See, it is said that necessity is the mother of all inventions. So I guess it's the time when the market conditions are not in our favors. I guess that's the time when we need to reinvent the wheel. When we need to relook at our marketing efforts with an absolute different and a fresh perspective, and come out with campaigns, come out with activities which are more focused.
Correct.
To my audience. Before that, I really need to know the audience which we were talking about. If I know the audience, exact audience, I guess crafting a solution. For example, we just did a sapling distribution drive with one of the clients which we are working of in at the airport.
Airport, yes.
So now the CEO of Airport Authority of India, he was so happy.
Yeah. Correct.
And it was such a different kind of an outing that a brand is distributing saplings at the airport. He is reaching the right kind of audience.
Correct.
Right, he is making awareness about his brand, and it might give us some conversion, or otherwise it's a pure branding exercise for us.
Correct.
So there are number of things which are cost effective, which just needs you looking at the marketing in a different way, in a fresh way, and a number of solutions can be evolved.
So, like in sort of now as a banker, I always have something to add on to it. So, like we've seen a lot of builders, they've come up with very, I would say, unique payment plans and all. So in this market, so one can also say that if your interest rates are going up, we would demand the next installment, say after 2 years or 3 years, so that you can leverage that time, that you can cope up some investments and you can also wait for the interest rates or the market volatility to go away. So ये सारी चीज़ें भी करते हैं लोग, तो ऐसा कुछ इनोवेटिव जैसा कि आपने कहा कि सोचना पड़ेगा हमें.
See, now the problem with this kind of innovation is that I guess hardly a couple of months back, a developer came up with a plan, a 50-50 kind of a thing. And after like 15 days, all the projects around that project, they were offering 30, 35, whatever, 30, 35, 35, and then some 40, 60, and then etc. So again, now you are again caught in your own web.
Caught in your own web, right.
So then again, it again needs to be relooked at a very, very different perspective.
Correct. That's a catch. So
Right.
Again, like you said, it is again the Control-C, Control-V happens in a second.
In a whisker, yes.
So the moment you put up something, so you need to stay ahead of the competition I need to sort of
So it needs continuous evaluation, continuous monitoring, and continuous evolution. That if my competitors or if my projects around, they come up with a similar kind of thing, how do I counter it?
correct.
Right? And in case we can be a bit innovative in a thinking, see, I guess first of all, you need to develop that belief in your marketing.
Correct.
That if I am as a normal consumer, you as a normal consumer, if we are getting attracted to these kind of different activities, so my desired audience definitely will.
Right. True.
So a lot of developers develop this whimsical philosophy around branding and marketing, which is their own. See, we are creating advertisement not for ourselves. We are designing it for our audience. We are designing an activity for our audience.
Right.
If I design it so bloody well that it doesn't connect to the audience, so I always tell that there is a beautiful design and then there is an effective design.
Effective design. Right.
So a design can be beautiful, but it doesn't guarantee that it might be effective or not.
Right. So while you're passionate about the product or the baby that you're gonna bring up, you should also be so dispassionate that you should not forget the customers.
Oh yes.
The end users. The thing is because लोग फिर वही होते हैं अपने पैशन में वो सब कुछ ओवर इंग्रेडिएंट्स जैसे आप कुकिंग करोगे तो अपने पैशन में आप जितने ज़्यादा मसाले डालोगे ज़रूरी नहीं कि स्वाद हो.
Absolutely.
You have to put in the right proportion in that.
I'll tell you, there was this client of mine long time back. He used to advertise only in Indian Express.
Okay.
About 60-70% of his budget was going in Indian Express, and Indian Express was really on a downfall at that point in time. Since I was also working in Indian Express, so I couldn't tell him anything because he was giving me business. But after a couple of years, I went to him. He was still advertising in Indian Express. Okay. And I asked him, sir, things have, the landscape, the media landscape has absolutely changed. So what is your love with this Indian Express? Mainu changi lagdi hai yaar.
That's right. Like, again, no, a lot of shift has come up in marketing and branding from the physical space. It has moved to the digital space now.
Yes.
So how do you say that? How do we balance out between both of them? The physical, how important is the physical space? Because I'm sure that thing has not lost its relevance even today.
Absolutely.
So what is your take on that?
See, anything, any medium, any platform just need to be planned, reviewed and optimized.
Correct.
Now the only problem is that if a builder does a couple of influencers, everybody wants influencers.
Right.
Now why do you want those influencers? What do you want to do with those influencers?
Correct.
What kind of influencer do you want?
Right.
So nobody will think of these kind of parameters because some other builders are doing those influencer videos. Right. So everybody wants it. So that's the problem with this market. I still remember, sir, a couple of years back when social media was really picking up at that point in time, everybody wants to be on social media.
Yeah, correct.
Why, how, nobody knows. What is social media? And then came a phase wherein everybody wanted leads from social media. Now, leads is one of the byproducts of social media efforts. It cannot be the benchmark or the parameters.
Correct. And social media, I personally think, is more aligned towards the push marketing rather than the pull marketing. So, can you elaborate? No, I've used this jargon, pull marketing and push marketing.
See, I'll put it more simply. Yeah. Yesterday, I booked this. Virat Kohli is launching its accessories and shoe brand 1-8. Right. So it was like some jazzy video which aspired me to book in advance, and I did.
Okay.
I bought a honey bottle in last couple of days. I bought a couple of planners. So those kind of products which I can buy immediately.
Right.
really works with me also and with in general also. Because for example, if you're looking for a raw honey kind of a thing, and if you come across video which can instill those kind of that kind of trust that it is coming from the kind of farms which he is showing you in the video, you will give it a try. Real estate, however rosy I might look in on the Instagram pages, I'll have to come to you. I'll have to check the location. I have to check the authenticity. I have to do the due diligence. I have to check the background of the builder. So it might give me some kind of idea that okay, this is the builder worth checking, but nothing beyond that. That's what I believe.
Okay, great. So we talked about most of the things which should be done. Now, can you list down a few things which should not be done in marketing and branding?
Things which should not be done. I guess I can finish it off in one sentence. Don't copy.
Don't copy.
Don't copy. Idioms is not the ultimate shastra or the ultimate nuclear weapon which can be used. Train your sales team. Tell them to think beyond idioms. Train them to think beyond idioms. Give them due training. Real estate selling needs a bit of tuning from the conventional product selling.
Correct.
Because here we were talking that we are selling something which is a dream. Now, if you do something with that dream,
Right.
so he's gonna be heartbroken and he's gonna do, I guess, anything and everything, just like we are seeing a lot of people
Protesting on
on the roads and
yeah.
everything. So, I guess carve your own identity, believe in your product, work on the product. Marketing will automatically happen.
Marketing will automatically happen. Great. Excellent.
Think of your brand as an entity that whenever somebody thinks of X, any brand, what are those perceptions, those brand associations which you want me to come in my mind? And then have some patience.
Excellent.
It's not any agency in the world is not a set of magicians which will come, which will do some abracadabra and there'll be a rabbit coming out of the hat. Nothing's that gonna kind of happen. Is the only thing, I guess, align your vision with the agency and let them work.
Correct.
And have a long-term plan.
Okay. So finally, what is your take on how should one appoint an agency to handle the marketing and branding?
I guess that's the most interesting question, which actually require so much of soul searching, because you are giving your dream project to somebody to take care of.
Correct.
Right? Somebody to market it, somebody to understand the way you understand it, somebody who is as passionate as you are passionate about your project, whom you would like to innovate on your behalf.
Correct.
Right? So first of all, understand the background of the agency.
Right.
Now, there are agencies who are there for a long time. But in terms of designing the campaigns, I am yet to see something exceptional. Right? That storytelling thing. So I guess I have always told this thing in my presentations that we buy stories. We all buy stories. For example, Bormita Tayari Jeet Ki. Now,
Right.
which powder can make a child ready for a competition?
Ready for a competition.
Right? That mother and a son. Right? Now, that mother is being fed something in the subconscious. So now the moment she'll go in a superstore, so subconsciously she'll just pick up that box.
That box. Correct.
Right? So those associations. So what is gonna be your brand association? Those associations, they get attached to your brand provided I do those kind of efforts. For example, घर का खाना घर का होता है, सफोला.
Right.
What घर का खाना घर का होता है has to do with.
So that only.
So I guess the in Pandemonium, Mr. Prashant Pandey, Piyush Pandey, he has mentioned that this is the most interesting brief he has ever got from a client. कि the brief exact was पकौड़े बहुत तल लिए, अब तेल को इमोशंस के साथ जोड़ना है.
Wow.
So an agency is the flag bearer of your brand. Understand what is their vision about your brand.
Correct.
Right? Anybody can. My presentations are the most shortest presentations because I don't showcase my earlier case studies or my earlier designs. It starts with a simple plain slide that this is the one of the shortest presentations you'll ever come across from an agency, because they are curated to impress you, but will only answer one question, which is the most important question for you. Why us?
Why us?
Meet 3 agencies, 4 agencies, 5 agencies, 7 agencies, as many agencies as you like. Evaluate them. And once you have hired them, give them time. Give them time. Don't expect that if they are doing some good work for some other clients, they'll do it for you also. But again, that's gonna take some time.
It's gonna take some time. Correct.
Don't put that sales pressure on them. Give them creative pressure.
Correct.
That's more important.
Give them the creative pressure as well as some creative freedom also.
Oh yes, that creative landscape is the most important asset you can actually give us.
Give somebody. So I always say this thing that managing people is more like flying a kite. You got to initially there are a lot of interactions, but once it is in the air, you let go of the thread.
Oh yes.
You get go of the string. Only then it can fly.
Said. Perfectly.
So
said.
Make people fly, and only then believe in them, put them in the wind, align themselves to your I would say thoughts, your philosophy and your vision, and then let them fly. Give them the creative freedom.
Yeah.
And obviously some sort of a creative pressure also that is required, because that is some sort of a positive pressure which is
absolutely. And one last point I would also like to get here is that always evaluate your agency with their strategic intent.
Correct.
That's the most important asset which your brand needs. Now there are agencies which will create beautiful designs, good looking designs.
Right.
And they'll tell you that nothing can happen below 1 CR monthly budget or anything. If you give 1 CR to anybody, they can do the magic. The question is having that strategic intent, translating that strategic intent into designs, into campaigns, and planning something which gives you same kind of result, which gives you focused results. So that's gonna be your key parameter.
Right.
X design, Y design, good design, bad design. There is nothing called bad design.
Bad design. Yes.
They're always good. They should look good.
Right. So can we sum it up by saying that marketing and branding is the game of striking a balance between the head and the heart?
Oh yes, we can say that very comfortably.
That. So it is striking a very fine balance between the head and the heart, and choosing the right team to take up your campaigns, which conveys and which actually aligns with your philosophy and the vision, and that is more important rather than doing a Control-C, Control-V as we've discussed in our discussion. Thank you so much, Sanatan.
Thank you so much, Vivek, for the opportunity. Really appreciate it, and look forward to many more interactions.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.